Hello, YouTube. It is I, Lisa, and today is Monday, February 22nd. That sounds about right. Anyways, so I know I promised you guys on Friday that I would do another video with a recipe, and I did promise one of you something pasta related, but not pasta. So I was going to do a white fish with vegetables and a spaghetti squash. I'm going to do the spaghetti squash tomorrow because it's already 9:30 at night, my time. And I'm actually not going to eat what I prepared tonight. We already had dinner. We had salads. But tomorrow is Tuesday. I do go to the gym on Tuesdays. The gym is at 7, so I need to run home after work, feed my son, feed myself, and then go to the gym. So we'll be eating this tomorrow, but I won't have time to do a video. So anyways, without further ado, this evening's recipe is baked white fish and vegetables, and it's from olgasflavorfactory.com. I've made this a few times. Last time I made it with swai. This time I made it with tilapia. I'm sure it's going to be just as delicious. I'll taste it in a second, but let me go ahead and tell you what's in it, and then the nutritional values, if I can get to my MyFitnessPal real quick on my son's computer. I'll show you the nutritional values. It's pretty fantastic though. So the ingredients for this are going to be 2.5 pounds of white fish, firm white fish. So like a tilapia or a swai or grouper or something like that. And then this is going to have a ton of veggies in it. So if you don't like veggies, you can use less, or you can substitute different vegetables that you like. I happen to love this recipe exactly the way that it is. So get ready. And then of course the recipe is also at olgasflavorfactory.com. And I will post the link in the description below. But so you need 2.5 pounds of white fish, 2 large onions, excuse me, no potatoes, 2 large potatoes, 2 medium to large bell peppers, about 3 carrots, 2 to 3 stalks of celery. It depends on your taste for garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so 2 to 3 cloves of minced garlic. And then about a half a cup of either sour cream, mayonnaise, or plain yogurt or Greek yogurt. I personally like the sour cream, even though I know that the Greek yogurt would probably be much better for me. I really just like the flavor of the sour cream. So there's your recipe, or there's your ingredients. Let's start with the recipe. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the fish and you're going to rinse it and then pat it dry with either a towel or a paper towel. And then you're going to cut it into small pieces about the size of the palm of your hand. So about 3-ounce pieces, just to make it more manageable, make it a little easier to cook and make it fit in the dish better. Once you've got all the fish cleaned, cut up, and dry, then you're going to make sure you season both sides with salt and pepper really well. In a skillet, you're going to want to heat about a tablespoon of either olive oil or butter. I use extra virgin olive oil. It was my own concoction of rosemary olive oil, actually. Once you've got the olive oil heated in the pan, you want to go ahead and just lightly cook, or just par cook rather, the fish about 2 to 3 minutes on either side. Make sure both sides are salted and peppered. And then take it out and put it into a separate dish. You're going to have to do this in batches because not all of your fish is going to fit in your pan at once. So don't freak out if you're like standing there for about 20 minutes par cooking fish and then putting it into a separate container. That's what you're going to have to do, unless you have like an industrial kitchen that you're doing this in and unlimited resources. So once your fish are cooked, you're going to set them aside and you're going to start prepping your vegetables. So for your veggies, you want to just slice your onions, just julienne slice your onions, julienne slice your peppers. Your garlic you want to mince. Your celery you want to chop. And your carrots, it says to grate. I personally am lazy and I don't have time to sit here and grate 4 celery sticks, or not celery, excuse me, carrots. 4 carrot sticks. So what I do is I just chop the ends off, cut them into smaller chunks, and toss them in my Ninja food processor, and I mince them that way. Because not only am I lazy, but I'm also efficient. So once you've got all the veggies chopped up and prepped, in the same pan, don't clean it because that's part of the allure. In the same pan that you cook the fish in, you want to start with your onions, and you want to cook them about 5 or 6 minutes until they start to get translucent. And then go ahead. Oh, and I forgot. I'm sorry. 4 tomatoes, diced, seeded. Okay. So once you've got your onions translucent, then you want to go ahead and dump in all of your other vegetables. So you want your tomatoes, you want your garlic, you want your celery, you want your carrots, and you want your peppers. Your peppers should be julienned if I didn't mention that. Once you've got all those in the pan, go ahead and cook them for about another 10 to 12 minutes. The peppers should just be starting to get a little bit mushy, but still crisp. Okay, so once you've got your veggies cooked, you've got your fish set off to the side. In another pan, or if you're smart like me, you can use the same pot that you cooked your vegetables in. You want to layer a layer of veggies, a layer of fish, a layer of veggies, a layer of fish. However many layers you need to do to fit all your fish in. It's going to depend on the size of the dish that you're cooking it in. This time I used a quart pan, and it was like 4 layers. The last time I used, I think a 9x13 baking dish, and it was just 1 layer of fish, 1 layer of veggies, or 1 layer of veggies, 1 layer of fish, and another layer of veggies, and that was it. So it was just like a pie. Once you've got everything layered, again, veggies, fish, veggies, fish, veggies, fish, stop with veggies. Veggies is the last layer. Then you're going to take your sour cream or your mayonnaise or your yogurt, and you're going to scoop that on top. It's going to be about a half cup to a cup, depending on how big your dish is. And you just want to kind of spread it over the top. It should kind of look, let me see if my pan is, oh, it's cool enough to touch now. Should kind of look like that when it's done. Except it's still going to be white because it's not cooked yet. And then you're going to cook it in the oven on 350 for about an hour almost. The whole process takes about an hour and a half from start to finish. If you're smart with your veggies and you prep them while your fish is cooking, I usually have it going over here. I'm chopping veggies while fish is cooking on the stove. About an hour and a half max prep time until you're ready to eat. And then when it's done, let's come over here and I will just scoop a little on a plate for you. Trust me when I say this is delicious. It's very low cal. It's only got about 200 calories per serving, and about 20 grams of protein per serving. I have the actual macros in my MyFitnessPal, so when I get done and I'm posting the link to the recipe, I will also post the actual macros, but it's really good, especially for sleevers, because, we want to make sure that we've got enough protein in our diet. The slices of the fish that you're going to be cutting are perfect sleeve size, but you also want to make sure that you don't have a lot of carbs, and this does not have a lot of carbs. So this is what my dish looks like, and I don't use regular size plates. I just use, I don't know, whatever these little itty bitty plates are, dessert plates. They're not like coffee cup saucers or something else. I don't know. But you're going to get a lot of vegetables in each scoop that you get too, and this is actually perfect. This is about 3 ounces of meat. So, well, I say meat, but fish, but let's see how it tastes. Oh my God. Believe me when I say, like, if you could taste this right now, you'd fall in love with me. I already had dinner, but it's pretty damn good. So, okay, step away from the food. So that's my recipe for tonight. Again, tomorrow I'm just gonna make up some spaghetti squash to go with it. And what I'll probably do, because the spaghetti squash, I like mine very tender. So I like to cook it low and slow. So what I'll do is I'll probably prep it before I go to the gym. I'll slice it and put it in the oven. And then when I get back from the gym, I'll take it out and actually put it on the plate and then serve the fish on top of a bed of spaghetti squash for my son. And then I probably won't have any spaghetti squash because I won't be able to eat it after I'm done with my fish. So we'll see. But anyways, as always, if you have any questions, compliments, comments, concerns, just feel free to leave them in the bottom below or send me a direct message. And I will see you guys tomorrow.